poverty is not the reason to be helped. Poverty is not the reason to be given scholarships if you are looking for scholarships. In other words, don't use poverty as the main reason why you deserve to get scholarships, why you deserve to get help from someone. Welcome, everyone. This is Ernest Boniface Makulilo from EBM Scholars, and today I'm talking about people using poverty as an excuse or as a main reason why they want to get helped on something. And when it comes to jobs, people use about the poverty. When it comes to scholarships, people using a poverty. I'm very poor. I come from this poor family. Please make sure that you help me so that I can get a scholarship. I can come to study at Stanford. Does capitalists or capitalism in general care about your poverty? Let's understand what kind of world we are in currently. We are in the world of capitalism. And one of the biggest features of capitalism is highest degree, highest level of competition. Capitalism has two parts. There is too many classes. There is a class of proletariats, the workers, and the class of the owners of the capital, the capitalists themselves. Proletariats and the real capitalists themselves. It's your choice. Where do you want to be? Do you want to be here or here? So what do you want to do to go to another step? So capitalism will put their people into a jungle where you can compete, just like lion and hyena and all other animals, they are in the jungle. So how are you going to do to survive into that kind of competition? Are you going to use your poverty as an excuse? Are you using a poverty or being born, lived into a rural area just as an excuse? You are applying for scholarships. You want to apply to go to Harvard. You are going to apply to go to USLA. You want to go to University of Tromsø. You want to go to University of Oslo. Do they care if you are coming from a village in Kigoma, Tanzania? Do they care if you come from the small village in Meru, in Kenya? Do they care if you come from a very small part of Accra, Ghana? No, they don't care. What they care is, no matter what poverty, hard life you had, you were walking maybe, let's say, 10 kilometers going one side to school, another 10 kilometers coming back. You had to go to fetch water somewhere there very far away. But that is not an excuse to be given scholarships. In the settlement of poverty, use that background as an advantage to say, for instance, my overall plan is to make sure that I come to study there. So when I come back, I can become a doctor and go and volunteer or build a hospital in my home village. You see what you are going to do? Not just give me scholarship because I'm poor. No. Give me scholarship because I grew up from this village. No. Give me scholarship. Yes, I was walking 10 miles or 10 kilometers to go to school. I was coming back. Up to now, there are no public transportation. Up to now, the roads you cannot even pass. School is very far away. There are no hospitals. That's where I grew up. I was sick. I didn't attend it very. Yes, I didn't get good grades. So my overall plan is, if I get this scholarship to come there, I believe I can give back to my community by going to my community and be able to do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put maybe dispensary, going to build the hospital, or I'm going to make sure that I'm going to change the way on how simple things we didn't do, like how can you introduce the solar energy into my village. So not just, I'm poor, so help me. No. What are you going to do about it so that others cannot be able to have that kind of life? That's the reason why you'll be given scholarships. That's why you can find even rich people are continuing getting scholarships. The daughter of Barack Obama, studying Harvard. Son of Snoopy Doggy Dogg is studying University of Southern California. The son of Master P, who is a rapper, millionaire. Romeo is also a rapper. He's a very rich person. He has a scholarship at UCLA. But what did they consider to give them scholarships? It's not because, oh, they are rich, they cannot get a scholarship. No. It's very clear. In order to get a scholarship maybe from UCLA, you need to have this kind of score. You need to have this kind of resume. You need to volunteer. You need to have internships. You need to be belonging. You have done something to your community. So people can prepare that kind of profile. So they don't go there, how much money you have in your bank, so that, okay, you are, no. So don't confuse why some of the countries in developing countries, when they are going to give loans to the student loan, they provide you the student loans, they look like, oh, so you studied into the poor neighborhood, you came from a country, or the countryside, the village where you didn't have this one. Your father maybe didn't have good salary. So for that reason, we are going to give you student loan. So that is your country. But when you are coming to capitalist lifestyle, that doesn't play very well. And if you're expressing too much about poverty without giving solution or where you're going to do about it, we're ending up to say, okay, this person is talking about poverty so much. Maybe this person can be here and come here to become a thief. I cannot trust this guy. So make sure that anything you are going to do, take that one as an opportunity. For instance, I got a scholarship. I got opportunity. I wrote a book about scholarship. So I did something. So this one is building me towards my resume, towards doing something. I applied 25 universities. I was denied 22 out of those. So I got 3. I explained what were my mistakes, what kind of competition I was facing. And even if I didn't get all 25, I could have a book explaining my experience, why I didn't succeed on something. So being poor is not an excuse just to wait for something. Yes, you graduated. There are no jobs in your country. There are so many people graduating. What are you doing about it? Have you ever started like a club, an NGO, supporting others? Have you ever started going to volunteer somewhere to build work experience? So no matter what you are doing, don't take poverty as an excuse. I understand that there are some people, for instance, they are orphans. They don't have both parents. But the person is already 30 years old. We know without parents, it is very difficult to survive. Even with one parent, it's very difficult. Single parent. But if that's the case, are you going to, for the rest of your life, complaining and just taking that, okay, because I was this one, my parents passed away while I was 10 years old, but now I'm 45 years old, then I cannot do anything. I'll be standing here, I was sleeping every single day because I don't have, I'm orphan. You are 50 years old, you are 40 years old, you are 30 years old. Get over it. I understand it's tough, but what are you doing about it? Why can't you start like a certain way on supporting people who lose their parents? Do something about it. So, poverty is not the only thing. Use as a way. And especially once you have a side story. For instance, there is one lady, I forgot her name. She was part of the Rwanda genocide. Obviously, we know how it was very, very bad. But she wrote a book, not just one book, how praying rosary helped her on that one. And then she has another one, 2 accounts of what was happening. Very famous, is a new bestseller. So, yes, it happened, but if just you keep waiting this one, she also took, okay, let me write something. It can help others on what they went through. Do something. No matter what situation we're going through. If you have applied for over 100 jobs, you have applied for 1,000 jobs you didn't get, just write your experience. Why are you not getting the jobs? You never know. Do something. Don't stay and get settled with your poverty. Be creative. Create a strategy on success. That is all about I want to share with you today. It's just like poverty is not the reason. That's why I also usually make a quotation like for people who are applying scholarship. I usually tell them scholarship application is not a therapy session to go there and start expressing your personal problems. It's competition. They don't care. Just expressing like, this is what I went through and I want to change this one for others. Yes, that will be working on your advantage. But without that way, you'll be in so much trouble. You'll be ending up complaining every single day, just thinking that poverty is going to kill you. Yeah. So, do you have any excuse? Like, I broke my ankle while I was maybe 5th grade. For that case, I'm not Cristiano Ronaldo today. Every single day, are you holding into that? Or you are finding different ways how to better yourself every single day? I know how hard it is to be poor. There are so many things we cannot have. There are so many things we cannot succeed because they need money. There are so many places we need to go. There are so many services we wanted to have. Better library, traveling to learn something in a museum. We cannot do those things. I understand all those things. Even myself, I'm not rich. I'm very poor still. I'm struggling in my life. But do I get that as an excuse I cannot do anything in my life because I'm poor? I have to find ways around. I can get assistance from the library, from internet. We have YouTube. They can teach you anything you want to know. Yes, you don't have money to go to college. But have you ever started finding different courses online and learning how to do maybe coding, making website, and starting doing something like that? So there are so many things you can be able to do beyond just saying I'm poor all the time. So that is a challenge for you. Maybe you can be able to consider what will be your excuse or what you can overcome to be able to succeed. So thank you, everyone. Remember to subscribe here. Remember to watch the suggested videos and be able to share the videos with others. And I appreciate everyone who has been watching my videos. I've been posting a lot constantly. So I appreciate so much. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye.